Louis and I were born in Virginia.
Yes, that is true. My name is Meriwether Lewis. I was born in Virginia at the year 1774. My parents were William Lewis and Lucy Lewis. I joined the Army on 1794. Then William Lewis died in 1779. After a few years, I was appointed to be Thomas Jefferson's secretary. Then Jefferson asked me to lead an expedition toward the West. I had studied navigation, plants, and animals. It was a hard job planning the trip, so I had to pick a co-leader to help out with the expedition. I picked my friend from the Army that was good with maps. This is William Clark.
I am a courageous young man with his friends searching for the new resources in the new land. Who am I, you might ask? I am William Clark. I started my journey in life in Caroline County, Virginia, 1770. It was a struggle to get noticed in my family, for I was the ninth of 10 children in my family. I barely got to go to school in my childhood, but I managed to read, write, and know how to make maps and live in the wilderness. As I grew up to be a 19-year-old adult, I enlisted in the Army alongside my brothers and sisters. This is where I met my fellow explorer.
Yep, that's where I got to know you.
But we didn't get to know what we were going to do as explorers at the time.
We were still fighting the war, me as the commander.
It was a hard war we fought.
After a few years, I was told to come out of the war and be Jefferson's secretary.
But Jefferson had plans, big plans. He told Lewis here to lead an expedition to the west.
True, but I wasn't ready to go just yet. I needed a crew.
We hired cooks, map makers, and soldiers in case we ran into trouble.
We finally departed in 1804, but it was a hard journey.
We found the Mississippi River and followed it up to South Dakota.
Then we had to set up camp for the winter in North Dakota.
We started up again on April 1805.
We followed the river up to North Dakota.
But then we noticed we were going north instead of west, so we got back on track, going west.
As we crossed Montana, we saw our first buffalo, elk, deer.
We met a grizzly bear on the way.
It was not a pretty.
We crossed Montana. We went into Idaho, where we met Sacagawea.
She was 17 years old and pregnant with their first child.
She knew several Indian languages, so we let her come along with us.
She showed us the way to the west coast line of Washington.
Then it was winter again.
It was another very cold winter, but after that cold 5 months, we set back home.
Sacagawea returned to her people and we returned to ours.
We finally made it home September 23rd, 1806.
We were treated like heroes.
We each got our reward of $1,600 and acres of land.
Breaking news! Lewis died sometime in 1809, but no one knows why, and Clark died 1838 because of old age.